Let's start this again. Why is Iron Mouse trying? Okay, whatever. I'm pretending y'all don't see this, and we haven't seen anything. Making sure everything good this time. All right. See. Making sure. Alright, now let's play. See if everything's good.
Miss Zani, this is urgent. We got a lead. The art thief will strike tonight.
About time.
Good. Yeah, now it's good. Okay, good. Beautiful. Nice. Okay. So I'm not changing anything.
Hey, Chief. We've been hiding in the vents all day. My legs are still asleep. Even livestock have it easier than this.
Can't you show some drive for once? Look at her! Still on duty at this hour.
I can't take it anymore. I haven't slept properly in days. Even the doctor told me to rest.
Stop whining and get to work. The boss will be here any minute. Hurry up! Get it together!
This is no place for visitors.
Well, go on.
Why me again?
Oh, you expect me to do the grunt work?
Better come at me together. Easy. Unsteady footwork. Poor posture. Bloodshot eyes. Classic simple. Work piled on you. Then you battles for your boss. As overtime dulled your senses.
Execute destruction protocol. All targets will be neutralized in 30 seconds.
I don't need this now. Hey, don't damage the evidence. Don't touch the witness either. About time for you to show, no? The cat's finally out of the bag. Totally red-handed. Let's not be
This is as far as we go. We'll return everything, okay?
Yes!
You'd better tie it tight. Shift's over. Time to clock out.
Breaking news. The art thief has been brought to justice. All goods have been returned.
Zani, there's been an emergency. Can you get to the office ASAP?
Do you know what time it is?
We can't do it without you.
All right. Back to work.
Not gonna lie. Pretty freaking good. I don't know if anybody can hear me though. Cause I couldn't hear myself. So hang on to make sure this crap works again. Making sure everything works. Does anything work? Hello? Making sure everything's working. Yep, everything's working. Alright, dope. Hang on, that was pretty good. Okay. Why is Iron Mouse trending now? What she has to do to be involved with something? Oh, I see. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I wish I was there, but it's fine. Shoot. I'm sad. Absolutely. Yep. Imagine saying that, right? But then this happens today. Well, why is why what? Yeah, let's just pretend that we hang on. Okay. And back to business. Like you think, I think. Anyway. No, I don't. If you, I don't. But also, no. If your girl catches you doing that, then actually, why is my body like breaking right now? Anyways. What? Okay. If my body breaks again, though, I'm eating myself. And just so that, works better somehow, some way. Actually, I don't even think that's gonna work. Man, what a drag. Okay, what percent is this? 18. We'll be fine. No. We're fine. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking at. Anyways. Steel Hunters. Hang on. What is this game? Is it? I don't even know if this is on. Okay, hang on. Okay. Free to play, something shooter. Is this on? What? Nope, look this crap up then. And will be coming to PS5 soon, but not yet. Okay. I don't know. This game looks interesting. Anyways.
You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother, so.
No problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
You sound like him, though.
That's so because we from the same place. So you don't like people from your hometown.
I never said that.
And that's respectful.
I just want a man with a higher vocabulary, which you don't have. On your day-to-day speak.
I talk like where I was born from. I got a real respect. I can't let you you feel me, throw down what I've been through. You feel me?
I never said what you went through was.
I'm just saying though, you tried though, darling.
No,
you feel me? So I want you to know I'm really from struggle. I speak a certain type of way, but I've searched for education. I have a bachelor's degree.
That's fine.
You feel me? What I do right now, I work with people every day. So I don't want you to just throw shade on hood in general.
I wasn't throwing shade on you,
I speak with a little slang. I got a little hood to me, but I'm educated, baby.
No, that's fine.
We can move forward. Thank you.
She just did. She threw shade on him. She literally did she not just do that? Maybe just me. Maybe I'm just, thinking about it wrong. But did she not just do that? Or am I bugging? clearly Venom. Nope, I lied. It's not. Anyways.
Fire! Fire! Orders! Orders, sir!
Is she live right now? Hang on, is she live right now? If she's live, you better be talking about it. If she isn't, well, somebody's playing scared, aren't they? I don't even think I have a follow-up. Oh my god, would you look at that? I don't think she's live. Everybody else is. Hang on. I'm gonna follow her just because I can. And she's not live.
Name something anymore. Name something anymore. Also, I probably have bad news. It looks like we made it too deadly too soon. The US is probably dying faster than reinfecting.
Would we be able to devolve some of the deadlier symptoms? That might give us a better chance.
Yes, we absolutely can. Let's see. If we devolve...
Disgusting. Anyways. Hang on, look at my YouTube. Make sure everything's okie dokie. Okay. That's 7,500. I'm sad. Okay. Yes, reviewing all this crap with me. Hang on. There we go. Right. Anyways. Yeah, what's happening here?
Why is everybody putting up with ads like it's 2010? Like, it's 2025, guys. Just use Pi. This Chrome extension takes 5 seconds to set up, and it blocks ads on any website you visit. It makes the ads just, like, disappear. It's that simple. No more interruptions.
There might not be a... There is clearly, like, something going on over here that I've personally witnessed. And that's why I don't view it as, like, psychoanalyzing, because I'm merely representing my honest thoughts on the matter. I thought my chat was actually being fucking crazy. I basically got gaslit by his overreaction to getting made fun of for being called Snowflake and having an almost full echo inventory. I thought my chat was actually being awful and, like, actually bad. And so I went ahead and I started, like, basically berating my chat. I told them that they need to behave and that they can't be treating people this way. And they didn't actually say anything bad. And so that, to me, was just, like, I found that to just, like, this is the thing. When your anger and your reaction can have that sort of effect, where it's causing a streamer to, like, second guess the community that they've, like, been making or cultivating, and then you're going ahead and you're talking about how awful they are and how it's one of the worst chats on Twitch, because you got called a snowflake, and you started, like, cussing them out for, like, 20 seconds because of that. I'm just like, I don't feel like that's necessarily, like, a good thing, especially when you're doing it in somebody else's chat and you're doing it on somebody else's channel for a call that you asked to be brought onto.
I'm real. I think you have, because this might be unrelatable for you. I've never seen you get angry. Why don't you ever get angry?
I got angry one time. I would say I got legitimately angry one time, but it was for, like, a pretty justified reason. It was when I was seeing Gotcha Smack's tweet. And I think we both agreed that we kind of went over the line in that situation. Remember when, like, Gotcha Smack was, like, saying, you're, like, burning all these bridges. You got Kuro's dick, like, 10 inches deep down your throat. And
I remember that, but I don't think I've ever heard you raise your voice or seem depressed. You usually seem pretty, like, collected and calm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, it's just, I think everyone gets angry. I think there are a lot of things to warrant getting angry for. But for me, I've already had a lot of prior experiences where I've gotten, like, angry in the past, and, like, actually angry in the past, like, in my personal life for good reasons there too. Nothing in the gacha space is deep enough, at least at this point, for me to legitimately reach those levels of anger again. And I think from your perspective, I think you've had, like, a lot of reasonable reasons to have a crash out, especially
well,
with,
I just think it's fun to get angry. Personally, I think it's fun. It's like, plus chat laughs. So I'm like, whatever, who cares?
Exactly, right? And being angry is a little bit of, like, in my opinion, it's a little bit of, like, a part of your brand, in that if it doesn't happen every once in a while, people almost get, like, disappointed that it's not happening, because it's such of, like, almost like a cornerstone of, like, you know, of how your content was when it started, and how it is moving forward, right? And if you're angry correctly, it's very funny. It's engaging. It's something that people want to see, like, more of, because you're being angry in, like, a good content sort of way. I know it sounds like weird. It sounds like off, but people, you know, they like people like low tier God for a reason, right?
I think his content's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So it's definitely a vibe for some people, but I don't think anyone can really view the interactions that I'm talking about with Jenna as, like, that sort of angry. It's just more like a really uncomfortable sort of angry, where you see it and you're just like, oh, I kind of just want this to be over.
I'll be real. I watched the clips. I thought it was funny as fuck. So I think it's just, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks. True.
Why do you think just your perspective, why do you think the smaller CCs engaged so much with the you and Mr. Pokey drama, but didn't engage with the you and Genazad drama?
Because I think that one felt a lot more personal. And to me, I 100%, it's like between him and me. Mr. Pokey's drama, I think, was like, if I were to describe it, Mr. Pokey's drama was like a blast move in Honkai Star Rail, where I'm like the main target that has like the highest, motion values, taking the damage from it, but it still splashed across the space and ended up encompassing and, in a sense, angering other CCs as well. Because he would make a lot of blanket statements, say a lot of like general things, and refer to more content creators than just me, when he would either, make critiques or like do all of this stuff. And the drama with Mr. Pokey has been a lot more public and upfront. When it comes to the Jenna stuff, right, I think it actually went on almost as long as the Mr. Pokey thing. Not as long, but it's been a lot more like behind the scenes. It's been a lot more not as known. And you even said it yourself, right? Even while being on the Gacha cast and, the one running it, you didn't even notice that these things were like going on. And so for me, it's like, it's something that I knew was happening, but it's not something that's implicitly clear to a lot of parties. And that's where the whole sort of like passive aggressive thing comes from, right? Where like I'm going into all of your Gacha casts and I'm like, well, this is a place for like discussion, right? This is like a place where it's like Techie's program. I don't want it to make it based around like my hidden agenda or like my dislike of somebody. I'm going to brush that all aside so that I can like participate in this sort of thing and make this Gacha cast a success. And then when I'm like going in, I'm getting like my points over severely criticized with like stuff that like doesn't make sense just because we want to get like a dunk in on me. I'm just like, okay, bro. Like this is
I will say,
a little
I
bit
think
much.
there's only been one Gacha cast I've ever had that wasn't a success, and that was the X-Go solo episode. Are you familiar with that one? Were you there for that one?
I heard that one was Yapatronics.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that guy yapped more than you, man. I mean, it was fucking insane. And people were telling him just like to stop talking and like just be quiet, and he just does not get the memo. It was fucking insane. I'm pretty sure Gotcha Smack and MTash were on that one. I'm pretty damn sure. Okay, do you think Genazad is a pedophile?
No.
Okay, great.
No, and this is the thing.
That's great to hear.
And this is
do
the
you
thing.
think there's a difference between a lolicon and the pedophile?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, what's the difference?
My point of view is one of them involves real people. And obviously I don't have the data on it. I don't think I even want to see the data. One of them involves real people, and I feel like is typically more acted upon in the real world because it involves real people, and the other one is fictional created content. I think
for sure. Let me ask you a question. If someone's jerking off to gay porn, do you think they're gay?
Maybe they're bisexual, but yeah, I'd probably say gay or bisexual.
Okay.
Probably.
So if someone's jerking off to little anime kids, don't you think they're probably? Don't you think they're probably more likely, if you put them on a graph, probably a little bit more likely to like little kids in real life?
Yeah. I definitely think they're aligned together. I definitely think they're aligned together. I'm simply of the viewpoint, I think one is pretty significantly worse than the other. But
sure.
They're definitely aligned.
You know what? I would agree with that. That one is much. I still think they're both horrible things. Speaking of which, oh my God, dude, these people came over to my house the other day.
Like the people that we're talking about right now?
Well, get ready for this. So, right, so I had to sell this fucking monitor. Because I had this fucking crazy ass monitor. And this one guy fucking bought my monitor. And then he set up the monitor in his fucking room and sent me a photo of his room with the monitor in it. And it's just all a bunch of little kids. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
What have I done?
Straight up.
He's going to be able to see them.
Because now I know what he's going to look at on that monitor.
He's going to be able to see them in Ultra 4K HD.
I know. It was, I mean, I got a lot of money for the monitor, to be fair, but still, that was like a, damn, bro. Like that shit was wild. Okay, so you don't think he's do you think he's a lolicon?
Absolutely not. No, right? Or
okay.
I guess this is the thing, right? I'll never again. This is the circumstance. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But I want to see him S6 a different character. I want to see him S6 another character. I want to see him S6 another character.
Hey, dude. Okay. All right. Is there anything you'd like to apologize to Genozad for?
Yeah. I think this is the thing, right? It's definitely, it's clearly something. The whole S6 Rosia situation, clearly something that a lot of people have joked about in the past. It's just something that's like a little bit goofy, a little bit funny. But I think
you regret joking about that.
Yeah, I regret joking about that in the context of linking it to Maggie, and we've already described a lot of it over here, right? A lot of the frustration, a lot of the unhappiness that I've had towards her based off of our prior interactions where I'm going ahead, all I'm trying to do is help her, and then she's basically stabbing me in the back, doing all of these things. And drawing that relationship, drawing that link during such a high tension time during my stream where I'm going ahead and I'm basically, right, I'm trying to just go ahead. I'm like, these are all the people that have just been like fucking me over for the past couple of months or like saying shit behind my back. This is like my time to go ahead and just like fucking lay it all down on the table, right? It's like a very like high tension moment in the stream where, you know, people are not naturally going to be like as receptive or as charitable or give as much benefit of a doubt to other people. And that to me, in retrospect, right, joking about that in that sort of situation is only going to drive further those implications. When in my mind, all I'm trying to do is just get back, take more of these shots back at people when I've been basically, you know, like just taking it this entire time and not saying anything back. And like, this is like my moment to go ahead, take some of these shots back. And I definitely went overboard over there in letting all of those negative feelings that I had towards Maggie, knowing all of that history, influence the perception that I had of Genozad. Because part of it, right, is me not liking him or me liking him a lot less because of what I viewed as him playing defense for her and saying, you know, and like downplaying a lot of the stuff that she did. And then, you know, in the same vein, downplaying what she did while taking more shots at me in the process through the whole like slap content thing. And to me,
you probably were pretty regretful for the implications that some people were drawing.
I'm regretful for that implication, and this is the thing, right? I'm not regretful for taking the shot. I'm regretful for taking that shot, and I definitely going back, doing it all over again. It would have been a different kind of shot, but the shot still would have been made. Because I still think that there's stuff that I would want to address there, but making that whole sort of relationship, making that whole sort of link, and obviously, right, going ahead and giving the community this impression in the first place. And, you know, he's likely getting spammed with like comments about it every other stream, like getting, you know, comments like that every once in a while on his YouTube channel. And the thing is that, yeah, I think it sucks that those comments are being made. Like, I'm actively going ahead. I'm moderating my chat. Hopefully every streamer's like moderating theirs to make sure that they're not occurring too much.
Yeah, I've been moderating my chat. I actually feel really bad for the guy. It fucking blows.
Yeah, it blows like hell. And the thing is, I think that there's definitely, it's like I think it's a two-sided coin in this circumstance as well. I
see Tectone reacting to the ZANI trailer. Oh, he knows about it too. Well, let's find out what happened.
So, ladies and gentlemen, seems we have a major controversy in the VTubing space, and the reason why I really wanted to throw my hat into the ring is because everybody who's currently involved in this drama, this debacle, I have had personal and professional experience with every single one. I would say the VTubing space is really one of the more interesting ones because from a viewer perspective, it always seems like things are fine and dandy, but the more you peel back and you go underneath the surface, you realize how truly truly fucked up VTubing is, where everything in front of you is more so a show put on rather than actuality. VTubing is a space where if someone has drama, every single other VTuber will be so quick to cut connections, throw you underneath a fucking bus, burn a bridge, and call it a fucking day without even asking you for your side. I've seen a lot of people get wronged in the VTubing industry, as well as myself. 2 VTubers put a hate campaign behind the scenes on me, and I'll be real, and I mean this with no exaggeration